Welcome to our show, the live Pittsburgh Sportsline in the BPTV studio. Thanks for watching us. As I said, I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. Chip Hayner's not here. His wife's sick. He doesn't want to get me sick. Since I just got my kidney transplant 67 days ago, I'm feeling great. Got to stay away from sick people. So, Smoking Jim, how are you? You healthy?
I feel great.
Good. You look great, too, buddy, without the glasses. No Stevie Wonder here tonight. Thanks for watching us on Comcast 7, only in Bethel Park. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 in Bethel Park and the surrounding area, from Nemacolin to Cranberry, Wexford, and all points in between. We appreciate all of you liking and watching our shows. We're at 6,879 likes on Facebook. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And we have some promos here. First of all, we'll see if they can adjust this camera here. Olive Oil's Pizzeria. Look at that. Great work by Steve Fisher. We got Jack there helping out. It's the Steve and Jack team tonight. They're doing great. Olive Oil's Pizzeria, 412-831-1900. Sponsors our show with a steak hoagie and an XL pizza. It's delicious. They're right at Hillcrest Shopping Center. You drive by it on 88. If you're heading towards town, look to the left. You'll see it there. It's right near the Pizza Hut. Can't beat it. And the hair salon right in between. And they have great pizza, great specialties, great Italian food specials. So check it out. Frank Fanera is the owner, and he does a heck of a job there. Next up, the Bethel Park Historical Society's Schoolhouse Arts and History Center. 2600 South Park Road. They have a schoolhouse from 1905. They have $1 million project going on there to refurbish the place. They're working on the roof. They just did some floors. It's just a great place. And they have my favorite green tea place, which is Reginald's Coffee. Again, that's 2600 South Park Road. Check out Reginald's Coffee. I'll be there tomorrow meeting with Jenny from the Kidney Foundation in Pittsburgh. So I'll be up there. Next up is the Joey Favis Childhood Cancer Foundation. Joey Favis died before his 10th birthday, and we honor him with Stay Joey Strong. You can donate money there. You can donate your time. You can check out their events that they have. They have a 5K 1-mile run every September. They do different clothing type sales and other type of things throughout the year. They have a night at the races they do, so check out their events. They've raised over $100,000 to give to the doctors, the actual doctors, to find a cure for DIPG, the brain cancer that's a death sentence for children. They get diagnosed with it, they're dead within a year, so check that out. Next up, Dave Cable likes to have a little fun at my expense. There I am. Tell them Uncle Al sent you. Al Levine, the talking machine. He put my face on there. I want you for BPTV so you could be like Jack, so you can be like Steve. You could be like me. You could be like Smoking Jim. 412-831-3304. Tell Dave Cable you want to run our audio, run our video, and help out on location or in the studio. So check it out. Next up is I'm a trustee on the Bethel Park Community Foundation. They do great things in Bethel Park. They have money for eligible groups that are doing good things in Bethel Park, from $100 to $5,000 they have for you. And they can help your group do more things that are good in Bethel Park. So check it out. Go to bpcf.org, get an application. We have a meeting on Thursday night. Come on down. Plead your case, and we'll see what kind of money we can get to help your group out. That's what we have there for you. Then we have another sponsor of What's on Your Mind, Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station. They're 7 miles from my house in Bethel Park. They're in Finleyville. 724-348-4715. They work on anything and everything on gas. Smoking Jim was there, got a picture with their new sort of old 1929 Ford truck. Looked beautiful. I saw it too. They have a forge there. They make knives, hooks, and everything. They have a drive shaft company, Pittsburgh Auto Drive Shaft. They can make drive shafts for trucks, cars, you name it. And they actually work on everything from boats, trucks, cars, weed whackers, lawnmowers, you name it, they work on it. Check them out, 724-348-4715. Next up, our first question of the night is, what's on your mind, Smoking Jim Frazier?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
don't break it.
You got to see Levine. I feel bad for my boy Switzer. Got
Why,
cut.
what happened?
Super. One of the most talented guys ever played college football. Everybody's game don't transition into the NFL, but what a great college player.
He's injured.
He married the team captain, cheerleader of the cheerleaders for North Carolina, so he's doing okay as long as she doesn't leave him.
I think she left him because he's injured now.
Yeah, because she may not be used to that. You know, he come from a little coal mining town in West Virginia.
Oh, really?
Where he was a great high school running back. So, but
thank you,
anywho,
Jim.
What's on my mind is I wasn't going to bring it up, but everybody brought it up before the show. So I guess I got to say congratulations to the Gateway Gators. Again.
What happened?
I guess they end up beating the. Play Bethel Park and turn Bethel Park into Gator
Hold
bait.
it, they were losing with a couple minutes to go in the game.
Wow, who won?
They were losing 13-10.
Really?
Then with about 30 seconds to go in the game, young Jack gave me the play. He was there. A guy missed one of your running backs on the 20-yard line.
Wow.
He went into the end zone, scored the winning touchdown with 30 seconds. No, he didn't do any. He just ran through him. He missed the tackle and won the game.
Yeah, Bethel Park's always played Gateway tough in the past, and
they had the lead.
And Gateway turned them into Gator bait, and then the next weekend they turned McKeesport into Gator bait, and so I guess this week Penn Trafford didn't want to see Gateway again, so they're playing some team called Peters Township. Can you tell me? I was going to ask Chipper. Because I figure Chipper knows everything as far as location. I've never heard of Peters. What area is that from? Is that near Philadelphia?
No, let me explain something to you.
Please.
Is
it Pete or Peter?
I was taking you to Princescape Arena at South Point.
Okay.
We go to Donaldson's Crossroads.
I heard of that on the radio.
Well, we went on Donaldson's Crossroads and we turned right. If you would have just gone left, you'd have been in Peters Township. We were in Peters Township.
So it's near South Fayette?
No, it's near Bethel Park.
It's
near Washington, PA.
Washington, PA. Okay.
Yeah.
It's near all that.
Yeah, part of Peters Township's in Washington, PA.
Cannonsburg.
Washington, PA.
Is it near Cannonsburg?
Cannonsburg's in Washington, PA.
Wow. All right.
I'm trying to help you, buddy.
I've never heard of it. Have you?
Yes. I even had some of my old Keystone Oaks coaches coaching at Peters.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, they're the new Gator bait. We ain't going to take it easy on them just because we all know where they're at. But it doesn't seem fair because Norwin High School is actually very close to Monroeville.
Yeah.
And Peters isn't. And so that's where the game's going to be. I guess that's a neutral site.
Bethel wasn't there, and they had to play at Norwin.
Did they? Maybe since Norwin's a playoff field.
It's a neutral site.
Yeah, it's a neutral site for Gateway. So, hey, Gateway.
I lost your whole point to all this, Smoking Jim.
But what's on my mind, that really wasn't what's on my mind because I already chalked up to win another championship for Gateway. But what's on my mind is, I say things and it goes over a lot of people's head because there's no scout in the country that looks at a guy's body frame but me. And I said when he was coming out of the University of Pittsburgh, I love him. I love his work ethic. I love his heart. He had too many carries in college. But I says he'll often be injured in the pros because he has a 190-pound frame. that he put 240 pounds of muscle on through the weight room and other hard work, and James Conner can't stay healthy. The Steelers can't understand why. The NFL can't understand why. Nobody's listening to me. He has a 190-pound frame, 240 pounds of muscle. He can't.
Well, you're
he
doing
can't
the same
handle
type
that.
of thing, so you would know.
yeah, I would know. Yeah, nah.
This is living proof.
and
He knows.
And he just had too many carries in college. And last year he made the Pro Bowl. He did great, even though he was injured last year. And this year he just can't stay healthy.
Look at all the 100-yard games he had.
Yeah, and it's just caught up to him this year.
It just dawned on me about how you call these guys brittle brothers.
Yes, they are.
But in the last couple years that I know you've been on the injured reserve list a couple times in the hospital. So this is the original brittle brother. Look at that. And look at John O's painting of Three Rivers Stadium. Look at all the championships we saw in there.
I should have wore a little gold to go with that.
No, you're good in black. You look good in black, buddy. It looks good. And without the sunglasses, I could barely recognize you. But you're the original brittle brother. When you said that a few years ago, that was before your time being on the injury reserve list.
There you go.
I'm glad I discovered it. Pittsburgh Sportsline at its finest.
And that's what's on my mind.
Thank you, Smoking Jim. Very informative. I don't know what we covered there, but I'll have to watch the replay when it comes up in a couple days. What's on my mind is I'm thinking about the Steelers-Browns game, whether I should even watch it, because lately watching the Steelers start a game is like me painting my bathroom. I got to wait for that next wall to dry and paint around the tub and wait for that to dry, and it's a couple hours in the bathroom. So I'm thinking, should I watch the game? Well, I shouldn't have watched the game. It was frustrating watching it, and just missed plays and not doing certain things. And, Rudolph tried to play a little bit better, but we had no running game. Then I'm looking at the blocking, and I'm seeing they can't even open up a hole. And these guys were legendary in Smoking Jim's book and everybody else. But then he told me with Mike Munchak getting gone, getting the boot and going to Denver, that some assistant was filling in that couldn't even hold his what, and that this would happen. So I got to give credit to Smoking Jim, because he said so many outlandish things over the years that I don't even want to document it, except the one that sticks in my mind is Babe Ruth's a Pirate fan, which he's not. But he don't know baseball. He just tries to follow it and be negative. But then the game, I went to bed before the end of the game because I was just fed up with the game. I said, they're going to lose this. I didn't want to watch that loss. And then I wake up the next morning and I see replay after replay with Garrett, who's like one of the greatest rookie linemen in the league, doing well for Cleveland, having a good year. And he's ripping off Mason Rudolph's helmet, and he's getting kicked by Pouncey. He's hitting Rudolph in the head with a helmet, and now he's suspended for the rest of the season. We're going to find out tomorrow how many games in the next year he's going to be suspended. I think there's no room for anybody that commits violence like that. He should just be done with football, no matter how great of a guy he is and he reads poetry. Well, he sure reacted to something very hateful that shouldn't be done on a football field. And I'm glad Mason Rudolph didn't pursue any legal argument, because he surely could, because that has to be illegal, attacking somebody where what if he hit him flush in the head with a helmet? He'd have been dead. So we'd be talking about somebody dying, and who knows with all these suspensions and fines what'll come out of it all. Pouncey got 3-game suspension. He's appealing, so we'll see about that. And Mason Rudolph, I think, got a game. And then people in Cleveland are trying to say that Mason Rudolph instigated this. First of all, let me explain that he's a victim. And whatever was going on couldn't have provoked anybody to try to kill you. That's somebody just getting out of control and in a complete rage where, you're just like a barbaric person there trying to kill somebody. And that shouldn't happen on a game like that. Smoking Jim likes the violence, but that was an extreme. I'm totally against it. I'm all for the suspension, no matter how long it is. He deserves it. He did it the old-fashioned way. He earned it. We'll be back with some fiction and fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac.
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. Thanks, Rookie of the Year. And my man, Jack. I tell you what, man, Jack may be the smoothest dressing intern we ever had here.
Really?
Yeah, all that Monroeville, hanging out in Monroeville, been rubbing off on him, man.
Let me clarify this.
Styling and profiling.
Another disclaimer. Smoking Jim is so far out there. Jack hasn't even been to Monroeville, even in volleyball yet, because he would have told me. He went to Norwin and saw the game up there. And he couldn't believe the fans, how they were. But we didn't want to talk about that because your reputation precedes you.
Well,
you're not making friends anywhere.
All I know is he's wearing black and gold, the Gateway colors tonight.
Well, he's a freshman at Bethel Park High School. And he doesn't,
everything don't go with orange.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. He looks good in the black.
How about a little Pittsburgh Sportsline karma?
Yeah.
Avonworth in the championship, old Miller time.
I know. Susan Miller said that they could be there again.
She also says she's considering a transfer.
When did she say that? She was just in your area last week for an event.
Oh, yeah?
At the Doubletree in Monroeville.
Wow, I could have signed her up.
No, she was there. You missed the opportunity.
Oh, man.
She invited me to go, and I couldn't make it. I had an appointment.
Why didn't you say something?
Because you don't go too many places.
I gave her the letter of intent.
He's a senior.
We could. Though she got younger sons, though.
Yeah, but
if they're anything like
he may not
Jack,
be.
Huh?
He may not be.
Well, I'll take a chance.
You're a known gambler. If you're going to start betting, do the opposite of Smoking Jim Frazier.
But the fiction and facts, and I tell you what, it's the Heinz Field this past weekend. It was championships. I felt bad for Stowe Rocks because the referees was not going to let them beat Clareton.
Again,
it was an ugly game. Every time Stowe Rocks had something going, the referees sided with Clareton. And TJ, of course, they let them win again over Bell Vernon.
Not again.
Again, and I tell you what, Pine Ridgeland had Central Catholic beat, but again, the referees wouldn't let Central lose.
Who are these referees?
That's why Pine Ridgeland is dropping down to 5A. They're tired of it.
Are they?
And of course,
that's a good strategy.
It was great seeing Central Valley with Amir Dudley's son beat Aliquippa, knocked them off. And but a lot of times in Western Pennsylvania, you got two sports stars.
Yeah.
Scott Clemens, Terrell Pryor, football and basketball, Dwight Collins, But there was a kid who at one time was the youngest kid you ever interviewed on your show. He's down in North Carolina now. He's a sophomore. Goes to a high school academy down there. He's 6'5". He's ranked as the #1 sophomore in the country basketball player. And his varsity basketball.
He has good bloodlines.
Got good bloodlines. In the opener in his varsity basketball game at his new school, 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. Congratulations to Shafino. Jalen Shafino.
Yeah, I remember.
And
I remember interviewing his mother a couple times.
His mom.
He has a great mother.
His dad was at one of the shows. His granddad was at one of the shows. So hey, congratulations. Job well done. She's doing an outstanding job. They was living in Monroeville. I had the chance to get him to go to Gateway, but
it didn't work out like usual.
Sometimes Plan B is better than your plan. Sometimes you like your Plan B better than your Plan A. Plan A would have worked out better than Plan B.
Really?
Gateway would have been better than that academy.
In your opinion?
Being coached by
In your opinion?
Being coached by NBA coaches. But, hey, do what you got to do. He'll never be in the WPIL Hall of Fame or anything like that. I think that's important.
How would he be there?
Yeah.
He doesn't live here.
He doesn't live there. That's the thing.
That's one stipulation.
Yeah, I might have made a sacrifice, you know what I mean? Break all his uncle's records and whatnot.
Yeah.
And basketball and stuff like that. But congratulations. What a nice kid.
I don't know. The legendary Drew Schiaffino's pretty darn good.
Yeah, Drew was great. Never seen a shot he didn't like.
Yeah. Definitely.
It was great. I thought he could have went right from high school into college. I mean, sorry, he tried that.
Yeah.
Right from high school into the NBA. I thought he could have done that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He had skills.
Yeah, he could do it all.
Definitely.
Won a championship at that school near Monroeville.
Where's that? Penn Hills. Thank you, Smoking Jim Frazier. On location, December 9th, Olive Oil's Pizzeria. We're going to have the Chief of Police of Pittsburgh, Scott Schubert, coming in, talking about Special Olympics. He's going to bring a Special Olympic athlete, Jennifer Rattay, a friend of mine on Facebook. I met her at the Halloween party that your friend and Smoking Jim, Bill Kai, coerced me into being a judge.
Wow.
So I met my Facebook friend, started talking, got a couple pictures with her. By the way, she's beautiful. And she told me she likes sports and some different things, and she played sports. And if I wanted to interview somebody, I should interview Susie McConnell, she said.
Wow.
I go, I'd rather talk to you about sports since I just met you and anybody else that you have interested in it. A couple days later, she sent me a message that she's doing Special Olympics on December 8th. Would it be okay to bring the Chief of Police and her talking about the event? So I said, why, of course it would be fine. So they'll be on. Then we have the Dreadlock DJ, ring announcer for MMA, boxing, etc., Dan Bogan coming on.
Wow.
And Andy Anderson's supposed to be on. We got to verify that. So we got a good crew, and maybe we'll get one more guy or so. Dan Jay, the boxing guru.
That's my man.
He says we're legends. He wants to be on our show.
Oh, that's great.
So he missed the last show because he was out of town and didn't see the message to come. But he said if I get a hold of him in time, he'd like to be on that show. So we may get him to come in on December 9th. It'll be a power-packed show. Olive Oil's Pizzeria. Frank Fanero has specials, even Italian ice. I think one of our favorite Hall of Fame fans, Skip Atkins, was eating Italian ice that night.
Yeah.
Then he had to leave early because his ride came early. But he said it was a great show, but he walked out on us and shared the photos the next day. So all was good. Then I had a power meeting with Judge Arnone, who you know is the magistrate in Bethel Park in Upper St. Clair. He wants to do a show with us. He loves Smoking Jim and I. And we're talking about doing a fundraising show for the Kidney Foundation and maybe another organization in Bethel Park.
Wow.
We got a location he got for us, Al's Cafe, right here in Bethel. And we're talking about tentatively December 16th, although we didn't get a confirmation yet. In the next day or two, I should get a confirmation from Al's Cafe. Met the owner, Rod, and what a small world it is. Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station works on his Cadillac.
Wow.
So how about that? He's a very nice guy, excited about our show. It's a great place. I've eaten there over the years, had a good meal. And Judge Arnone's the 21st person to buy me a meal, so I can't go wrong with that. Best meals I've had are free. And lately with this kidney transplant, I've been getting a lot of free meals. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for your prayers and concerns. I appreciate that. But we're looking at December 16th. If that doesn't happen, we may go to January and do a show in January there. But that's where we're looking at. And Jose Carabello wanted to do another show with us before the end of the year, but we couldn't fit it in his schedule or my schedule. So look forward to another show with Jose and his people in Millvale. You can't beat it. The Ray Schaefer Boxing Association and the VFW in Millvale, the great locations. So we'll look forward to that. That's what I have on on location, and then we'll be back with some Steeler talk.
We're in the Stanley Cup final for the second year in a row, and here's Yager with the puck. Yager, nice move around Brett Sutter to the backhand. Lets it go, he scores!
Welcome back. We got some Steeler talk. I told you how tough it was watching that game. Each game's been tough this year because the offense hasn't been that good since Big Ben got hurt. Mason Rudolph is throwing some passes that aren't bad, and we just don't have a running game. So it makes it almost impossible to play football.
Well, I tell you what, Al Levine, the talk machine, I agree with you 100%, but unlike you, I enjoy watching the game. You know what I mean? I go there for the collisions. I don't care who gets knocked out, my team or the other team. And
I know you respect the hard hits.
Yeah, I enjoyed seeing Juju get knocked out and Deontay Johnson get knocked out. And just there's two more guys right there that proves they couldn't play in the other era. You know, this era is a little soft and cheesy. These guys ain't used to getting hit. Those type of hits, those type of collisions happened every game, all game long.
Yeah, you make some good points. And they used to try to take out the guy's knees all the time.
All the
what
time.
about that?
So the quarterback's knees, everybody.
That's why Jim Brown quit after 9 years.
Yeah. Well, that and Raquel Welch.
Well, no, that was just the movie. He just made it to that movie, wanted to get into acting, and he did that.
Wow, what a good-looking girl. I might have walked away from some shows, too, for Raquel Welch.
Yeah, but he had other women.
Did he?
Yeah.
I think I met one.
Look at one of our guests.
I think I met one.
Unbelievable. You only focus on one thing.
He was at the game.
I know he was. They showed him up in the box.
It looked like he could still play.
I don't think. Just like you weren't the same size running back that you put that 1978 photo up. I know that was 1978. Had to be. Somebody said 1980. I think that might have been when you graduated. So we won't find out, but we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, it's just not that fun watching the team anymore because you don't have Big Ben back there tossing that ball. But now we don't have any receivers.
Well, it's always fun for me. You know, they had no business getting rid of Dante Moncrief. He struggled catching the ball early on, but he was a veteran that was starting to come on. He was starting to regain his confidence.
Yeah, but they lost confidence in him because of that.
Well, you know, they claimed that they didn't have enough running backs on the roster, so they pulled up his running back Butler with two last names that nobody's ever heard of.
Butler James,
and they're hardly ever playing him. But now you need a receiver, and you're bringing up, you're grabbing guys that have
practice squads.
Off a practice squad that has no NFL experience. At least Dante Moncrief. I don't know if they've
Well,
reached
what do you
out
think
to him.
they should do?
Well, the one thing they should do is go with Duck Dynasty. I've been saying it all along. Even in my draft report, I said that Mason Rudolph reminded me coming out of Oklahoma State as a combination between Aaron Rodgers and Lenny Dawson, which means he doesn't fit Pittsburgh Steelers fan base. Lenny Dawson was drafted here by the Pittsburgh Steelers, just like Johnny Unitas. They had to go elsewhere to make their Hall of Fame career.
Yeah, but that was the curse of Art Rooney.
The curse is still here.
No, you know why there was a curse. He was drinking buddies with all the coaches.
That's true.
And he hired his best friends to coach the team because he didn't even care if they won, just so they played hard. That's the curse. Well, you missed that.
I sure did, man. But another one that he'll remind you of, a guy that I love, was Neil O'Donnell. The fan base never got behind him. Team never really was able to play hard for him, and Neil O'Donnell was an outstanding quarterback. There's certain quarterbacks.
Except in the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl.
He was paid off.
But there's certain quarterbacks that the city of Pittsburgh, they love a guy that they feel like they can sit down and have a beer with. You know, a Terry Bradshaw, a Bobby Lane, you know, even a Bubby Brister. You know, those are the type of quarterbacks.
But he wasn't the brightest.
You don't have to be the brightest. You just got to, and the team will play hard for it. The team would run through walls for Bubby Brister, and he wasn't that talented. They loved him. And the team would run through walls for Duck Dynasty. He's a guy that comes with national recognition his first start. The national media came in. He's a world champion duck caller after the game. He went duck hunting with his dad. Duck Dynasty is the biggest thing to hit the city of Pittsburgh since Franco's Italian Army. And Coach Tomlin killed all that momentum.
But he hasn't done anything.
Well, he hasn't had the opportunity. All he did was
What, did
start
he throw
one
7
game.
passes or something?
He started one game and won a big game at San Diego, on the road against the Chargers. Bring him at home. You see the team walks. They like you said, you can't watch the first half because it's almost like they're walking in slow motion. That would not happen with Duck Dynasty. He's a natural
Get the
born
heck
leader.
out of
He
here.
could be your next Brett Favre, and he's sitting on your bench. I would hate to see him go somewhere else like Brett Favre did with the Atlanta Falcons and with the Green Bay.
Look, he didn't even make the team. They only brought him on because what happened? Big Ben got surgery.
Well, you know who was a walk-on? Johnny Unitas. He ended up being the greatest quarterback in NFL history. So it don't matter how you get there.
Okay.
It's what you do once you get
got
there.
answers,
And the
but
duck
you're
is
still
ready.
not solving any of these problems there.
The duck is ready.
Well, he threw for over 14,000 yards.
In college, broke Aaron McNair's record, and I believe they got they retired Aaron McNair's number, and they put a statue out in front of Tennessee's stadium for Aaron McNair. So that ain't bad.
What about the duck? Where's a statue for him?
He got to get some play time. Only people that's
He's
happy.
not going to get it. He didn't even make the team. The only reason they called him is because they needed another quarterback, and they traded away our guy.
Do you know where every offensive player is on their off day?
No.
They're following duck hunting. There ain't nothing better
No
than eating
way.
than duck, brother. You on Thanksgiving, brother, you get you some duck along with some Grey Goose.
My man.
You got something.
Let me just explain.
Eggnog.
Let me just explain.
With some chitlins on the side. Come on, man.
Smoking Jim, I got experience of eating duck at Chinese
Was it good?
restaurants for years.
It's good?
Yeah, it's nice and tender. It's well seasoned. It's good. I've eaten duck for years. I'm not afraid of it.
I got an old rifle from the Civil War. I'm going to see if that's right. He teach me how to hunt. Because I tell you what, man, I want to eat some duck, man. Don't you?
You can go to your Giant Eagle and go past the watermelons and go get duck. They got frozen duck. You can get it, and if you turn your oven on, you can cook it.
Maybe Bill Boyce will take me out duck hunting,
He
man.
could do it. I think he just had an event the other day.
I know, on
We
Saturday.
missed it. I didn't get the
Sunday.
invite.
I seen it, but I was thinking Saturday, and here it was Sunday.
Yeah.
Man, I looked and see. I said, Machine wasn't there either.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I saw something on Facebook, but I didn't
Yeah.
get an invite.
I
figured,
don't think he really advertised it much, but I just happened to see something. I came across something, and I said, man, that would have been nice, man. That's good eating. That wild
I don't know if
game,
you would have eaten that.
all
You might have been afraid of that.
the wild game is
Yeah.
rough eating. You got to get a acquired taste for it.
You might. You got to try some squirrel.
I want to try a little raccoon.
You,
Hey,
I don't know if he got-
Skeet's got a couple fat raccoons, and they nice and fat, man.
They're
You
his
ever eat the
pets.
coon?
No,
You
I never did. No.
They
Can't
say
say.
that's good eating, man.
I don't know who says that. Sorry, folks. This is what you hear when there's no Chip Hayner. Well, I think that's enough with the Steelers there. Follow Duck Dynasty. That's the key. I don't know if that's the answer because
But hey, before we get off the Steelers, we got to praise the guy again. I've been saying since he was a rookie that he's the best linebacker in Steeler history.
what do you do now?
TJ, he got over 10 sacks already. He's the most dominant defensive player in the league. And I'm saying right now on record, if I had a choice between TJ Watt and LT Lawrence Taylor, I'm taking TJ Watt. And on the
Well,
other
you don't like all the drugs that Taylor did, so.
TJ, I've never seen anything like TJ Watt in the NFL. And I tell you what, the Pittsburgh Steelers are the luck up Bud Dupree. The light bulb went off in his head. Bud Dupree is 6'4", 270 pounds with 4.5 speed. He got an NBA 42-inch vertical jump, and he's finally learned how to get to the quarterback consistently.
Here's a problem that it took him 4 years.
He come from Kentucky. They make him soft down there.
Yeah, but here's the problem. It reminds me of Woodley when they signed him to the multi-million-dollar contract and he got fat
Yeah,
and he was out of the league
yeah.
like 2 years later.
But Woodley was always fat. He was a defensive lineman for
But he was
Michigan.
great.
Yeah, he was great too. He got them bad hamstrings because of the added weight.
Yeah.
But the one thing about Bud Dupree that I like, he's very underrated as far as his work ethic. He's always worked with the boxing community.
Yeah. Well, he is fast, but what I
Pretty-
didn't like
Pretty
about
Richie
him,
worked him out.
right,
a lot.
I didn't like that he would go past the quarterback
His football IQ
and
was
never came around.
low football IQ.
Now, how do you get there in 2 seconds? The quarterback hasn't thrown, and you can't sack him.
But the
Now,
light-
this year he discovered it.
He discovered it's almost
Maybe Pretty
Christopher-
Richie helped him.
He's almost Christopher Columbus, man. He discovered how to play the game, man. And don't forget, they had him out of position his first 2 years, coming from
Well,
Kentucky.
they switched him up.
Yeah, they had him at left defensive end. I mean, outside linebacker. You can't play. I mean, there you got to really take on. You got to take on.
Who'd
the
they
tight
put
end.
on the left?
Huh? They put T.J. Watt, a great
Thank
guy.
you.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they put him there?
Yeah.
That's his natural
'Cause
position.
I don't know if you remember Aaron Jones.
Yes.
Pittsburgh Steelers drafted him out of Eastern Kentucky. Poor Aaron, he couldn't flip-flop his feet from one side. They couldn't put him from one defensive end to the other
Sure.
because
And it
he'd always
happens
have to have the 1 foot back.
It happens with linemen too.
Yeah,
They
some
want to
guys you
switch a
can't
lineman from the left to the right.
Yeah,
It doesn't
everybody
always
can't
work.
flip-flop. So Bud Dupree spent 2 years out there. He got beat up. You know, his football
Yeah, but he's
IQ
been
was
here.
low.
This is his 5th year.
And last year was his first year playing right outside linebacker because the Pittsburgh Steelers did not want to say they made a mistake with Jarvis Too Slow Jones.
Well, they never make mistakes.
Yeah, they never make mistakes.
And they're never rebuilding.
And they never rebuilding. So I would re-sign him. And the Pittsburgh Steelers get way too much credit for their secondary. Hey, listen, if you want fresh fruit, pick
Hold
it
it.
off the tree.
Minka's unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying. If you want fresh fruit, pick it off the tree. Don't grab it off the ground. Mike Tomlin and Kevin Colbert cannot draft defensive backs to save their life, so they went out there and traded for a guy,
A number
who was
one
fresh,
pick.
a number one pick. Go after a guy that you can see that's playing good in the league in positions that you can't draft. You can't draft defensive backs. Quit drafting them. So now you go
Hold it.
after.
Didn't they get Joe Hayden that way?
They got Joe Hayden the same way. So your 2 best players you got from other teams. So continue that. You drafted a guy in the first round, Terrell Edmonds, got 2% body fat, could win more bodybuilding contests than he can ever win anything in the secondary. He hasn't made a play all year long.
He made a couple.
And he's come in the same year as Mika Fitzpatrick. Mika Fitzpatrick's best I've seen since Troy Polamalu and Rob Woodson.
He's
in that
exceptional.
secondary. Yeah.
He goes for the ball. He's always around.
And he got a nice stride. He's fast. And when he gets it, he takes
He's
it all the way
gone.
to the out. And they don't mind taking pictures in the end zone.
No, they like that.
Yeah, they like that
Yeah,
team picture.
they got it down pat.
And good-looking kid, nice guy from Alabama.
Yeah.
Got all his teeth.
Does he? That helps. Has the best smile in the media, says that. No doubt about it. Well, I'm glad you gave those little insights there. Where do you think the Steelers go from here?
I think they beat Cincinnati this week, and I'm going to put
Really?
money on that.
They didn't. Watch out, fans. They haven't won a game yet this year.
Huh?
Cincinnati hasn't won
No,
a game.
and they got a backup quarterback. They can't beat the Steelers without the red rifle. They got the backup
No, that's
quarterback
your
there.
hero.
Yeah, so
They gave him the short end of the stick there.
Yeah, I like to see the coach get fired.
Really?
Yeah.
He just got hired.
Yeah, he only got hired because he was he knows that, him and the coach for the Rams. Everybody that was coaching under the coach for the Rams.
They think that's good.
Yeah. So, but this guy, he's lost in the sauce out there. They're better than the 0-10.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're better than the
think?
0-10. Yeah, don't you?
I don't know. They didn't show anything. They've been weak everywhere.
That's an 8-8 football team, and they're 0-10.
They don't want to be great. That's what happens there. No doubt. Well, thanks for covering that. The Buccos, they hired a GM, Ben Cherington. He was with the Red Sox, won them a World Series. Then they had the owners wanted him to do certain things. They had a falling out. He went to Toronto. Now the Buccos got him. He was a great GM with helping them get players that they could get in the minors and would play well enough to make it to the majors. He helped get that Mookie Betts, and the owners wanted to get rid of him last year.
Wow.
And he talked them out of it, said, no, I'm not getting rid of him, and he's been a great MVP type of player. But they wanted to get rid of it, and he got him.
Well, a friend of the show, Claudio Rossano,
Yeah.
told me that he's known this GM for 14 years. He said he's a really good guy. The Pirates got a good one.
Wow,
So
coming from
if
Claudio,
that's coming from
strong.
Claudio, yeah, that's strong.
Is he going to
Yeah.
have him on his show?
I don't know if he'll have him on his podcast. Has he
has
had you
to.
on you? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on.
Oh,
You've
did
been
I
on
miss
every
it?
other week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on with another guy. I
How
forget
long
who.
ago?
Probably 6 months ago.
Oh man, I gotta go back and find it. I ain't hear about
Yeah,
that.
you got to hear Al Levine, the talking machine.
Okay. You
Yeah.
were on with somebody else?
Yeah,
They
another
wouldn't bring
guy.
you on by yourself?
No. He had to have
Perfect
another
stranger?
guy.
He
Yeah, I
wasn't a
never met
stranger.
the guy.
Maybe it was Roman Gabriel. You don't
No, I.
know. Jerry Cooney.
No, I don't. I think the guy was a hockey guy.
Okay.
Yeah. He wanted to talk different sports, so
Okay.
you know I could talk any
Yeah.
sport. So that's not a problem. But yeah, I was on there.
Wow.
He told me he has you and Luther on all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we do.
When's the last time you've been on?
Now
you can't remember.
Yeah, Luther's probably been over a month because Luther's been, every time Claudio's put something out there for us to be on, Luther had to work or something. You know, he act like he got a job all of a sudden.
I know. What happened?
Always working for some reason.
I don't know. There might be a reason for that.
He could be going duck hunting.
No, not everybody. You're stuck on this duck hunting. Go buy a duck at Giant Eagle. Have one of your sweeties cook it up for you. All right?
Tastes good though, you
Yeah, or go to a Chinese restaurant, order duck. They make duck.
said? Any Chinese
Yeah.
restaurant?
Yeah, just go in, say, my friend the machine said you have duck.
Is it real
Go to
duck?
Sesame Inn.
Is it real duck?
Yeah, it's real duck. My man, you're doubtful of anything. Is that real chicken you're eating in those buckets?
Yeah.
How do you know? I think they're putting plant-based food in there, like those
Oh.
Whoppers.
Oh man, I got to tell you this, brother.
Okay.
I didn't wait in line, but a lady friend that I was with waited in line. Got me 5 Popeye chicken sandwiches.
I saw you posted that the other day.
Oh, brother, Sunday morning.
Were
man.
they plant-based?
Man, it was so good. I was surprised.
Really?
And,
Where's Popeye at?
The Popeye we went. There's one in Monroeville, of course.
Yeah,
But I didn't want to go.
they
to that
got
one.
everything.
But I happened to be on the South Side Sunday morning,
Yeah.
getting brunch, and afterwards.
Where were you getting brunch at?
I don't know the name of the place.
I figured.
I don't know the name of it, but it was real nice. Black owned. Can you believe it?
What?
Yeah, black owned.
On Southside.
Yeah, so it was good. They was
I
trying
believe it.
They was trying to feed me some grits, but I ain't want that.
No, I've
I
had
got
grits.
steak and eggs.
I've
there.
had grits.
Yeah.
Grits are good.
Yeah.
I eat them up. Yeah.
But their macaroni and cheese is to die for. This one place that I don't know the name.
What it is, yeah.
Plus the owner, a black guy, he never spoke to me. Like, how can you not speak to me? You
Don't
know?
he know who you are?
Oh, you know how the brothers get, man. You know, you're the owner. You're supposed to speak to everybody. He spoke to everybody but me.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyhow.
Maybe it was the way you were dressed.
Yeah, maybe. The food was good. The girl was pretty, so she goes there all the time. So
That's good. Of course she was pretty.
maybe the owner.
She's
was
one
trying-
of the sweeties for Jimmy.
Maybe the owner was trying to
Who was she?
get over on her. You know. I don't
Who
know.
was she?
we don't know her. She's not a friend of the show yet, but So
like
afterwards-
Snow was.
after yeah. Well,
Do you
everybody
know
knows
Snow? I didn't know Snow.
But afterwards, we go around the corner, and it didn't look crowded. She's like, I always wanted to try the chicken sandwich. I'm like, here, give me 5 of them, you know?
5 of them.
Yeah, so she went in, I stayed in the car. I wanted to listen to a little sports talk. You know, it's NFL Sunday, bro. I got money on the games. So I looked in there, and it looked like it was moving good, but they must have had a couple like Kennywood. They must have had a road that you had to go back this way. She is in there close to an hour, man.
No way.
Yeah, she come back with my 5, brother.
Wow.
I tell you what, man. It was good.
Wow.
Now, my white friends tell me I got to try Chick-fil-A. I never tried Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich. And they're closed on Sunday. I don't know
I
if you
know.
that.
Yeah, I know, because we go to one near me.
Okay.
Yeah, my son just bought me Chick-fil-A today,
Is there somewhere around here?
right on 19.
I don't know where that's at.
You know where South Hills Village is?
I guess I can find it.
There's
one day.
Fort Koch Road that you come to my house. Then you're coming off of 19.
Well, there's one in Monroeville. I'll just go to
It's
that.
5
I know
minutes
where that
away.
is. I know
It's
where
5 minutes away from here. That's an hour
Your
away.
5 minutes don't always add up when
You're
if
driving.
I got my GPS, brother.
Wow, I haven't steered you wrong yet.
That is true, man. I'm still in awe how you can get right by the high school and right to your house.
I know. I
Never
know.
knew that.
I'm just a mile away, buddy. That's it. Like you are from Chick-fil-A in Monroeville. Yeah, but Chick-fil-A's right on 19.
Have you ever had their chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I had their egg and chicken and cheese sandwich this morning.
Wow.
It was delicious.
All my white friends like that.
It's good.
So I got to hear from some brothers, some real chicken connoisseurs to compare. But if that's better than Popeyes, that's
I
a
never
good
had
one then.
Popeyes.
Man.
I don't know where a Popeyes is near me. We don't have anything out here. We're not like Monroeville.
You got to go closer to the hood to find the Popeyes, man.
I believe that. Sorry, we diverted a little bit here with Smoking Jim Frazier. So did you announce the games at Heinz Field?
No, I didn't even go.
What happened?
And it's the first time the Courier didn't cover it in years. You know, we got an editor now.
How is that even happening?
Yeah, we got an editor.
Who's the editor?
He's a guy from Cleveland, very knowledgeable guy, man. But he really is not that much into sports, and there's sometimes they don't even have sports in the Courier. You know.
You got to be
And I stepped
kidding.
away. You know, I stepped away from the Courier in 2017, and kind of just became freelance, and I'm more free than anything now. So yeah, I didn't even head down to any games. I missed my free meals.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
they cook up some
They
steak.
didn't even cover the City League high school games this year. We did the TV.
Yeah.
But as far as the newspaper
How does this even
coverage-
happen? The Post-Gazette's down to 2 days a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got out of there 9 years ago
You-
because
right
I
in
saw
time.
it coming.
Did you see this coming?
Yeah.
How could you see that?
Well, here's what I do. I read other things and see what other towns do. Like in New York City, they were cutting circulation. Detroit,
Wow.
they cut a few days. Cleveland, they even got rid of papers.
Wow.
In Chicago, they did the same thing. They cut newspapers out, cut delivery down. LA, they cut delivery days down. San Diego, they cut deliveries down. So when they offered me a chance, that's Vince Ornato, the artist, calling.
Okay.
We got a show to do here.
He's probably watching.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's calling. He's trying to bug me. Meanwhile, Rosemary Skaggs called earlier during the show.
I love her.
They're all calling in. I don't know what's going on. So I told the guys that we're going to lose circulation. My department was a production thing. We put the comics together. We bundled the papers out, put them out for the Teamsters, last department to do that. I said, who do you think it's going to affect when they stop producing a paper 3-4 days a week? I go, us. So I took a buyout. They offered me some money, and they were all shocked that I left because I negotiated 7 multi-million-dollar contracts down there.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
But you seen it coming.
yeah. And I told people that.
What can I do to bring the newspaper business back?
Nothing. It's like Pandora's box. When it gets out, it's gone.
But I like to hold a newspaper and read it, don't you?
You're old school. You're older than you tell people, but I appreciate that. So do I. But I stopped reading the paper because they want to charge $2 a day and $4 on Sunday.
Wow, that's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're trying to put themselves out of business there and just go online.
Wow.
They want you to buy their online editions and all that, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Wow.
Now I think the writers are going on strike. They're not putting their names on their articles and all
Really?
kind of things like that. Yeah, there's a revolution. But guess what? It's too late. They should have left with me.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, that's sad.
no, it is. I'm a third generation mailer, I'm called. My
Now, when was
grandfather
they
worked
had
there.
more than, was you still around when they had the press?
Yeah,
How about the other one? They had
Post-Gazette.
Post-Gazette, and they had another
Here's
one.
what happened. I got hired working for the press January 6, 1975. I can tell people I was 18 and a half.
Wow.
And my first night of work was on the Post-Gazette.
Wow.
They put me on night turn for
Wow.
12 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's incredible.
yeah. We can talk more, buddy, but sorry to bore you fans with some of my history here. And then October 11th, 2011, I met Smoking Jim Frazier, and we started Pittsburgh Sportsline with a couple other guys who aren't with us anymore. They're alive, but they're not with us. And we're happy to be doing sports with you guys for over 8 years now, over 600 TV shows. We're on every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. Thanks for watching us. And we got all these shows on YouTube. You can just type in Pittsburgh, like you spell it, Sportsline, one word, and it'll show up.
Wow.
We're all out there, and you can hear the wisdom, fiction, and fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac all day long. Definitely. What else do you got going on? How's your shows going? Any show you've done lately you want to talk about?
Well, I did a Stiller update for a half hour yesterday. First and 10 with Smoking Jim, bold, black and gold, half
Who
hour.
was with you?
Just by myself.
Wow,
And,
that's unusual.
Yeah.
You usually bring pretty women on.
Yeah, but I figured
They weren't available?
I figured that the Steelers needed a little shaking up, and I gave it to them. And
What'd you say?
well,
Do a tease so we can tell them to watch your show. Where
Well,
can they find it?
well, some of this it's out on my Facebook page, of course. I shared it, but
Go to Jim Frazier.
yeah, but
You'll see he's with a sweetie, so don't be embarrassed.
But a lot of things that you've already said, or we already talked about Mike Munchak not being there. They're
Yeah.
hiring a coffee boy. There's a problem with the offensive line not making adjustments. And,
Sure.
You know, Brittle brothers on the team. They get a great defense, helped by the being able they was
Get
able to make some
Minka.
trades. But they got 9 first-round draft choices on their defense, and how great
And that's
TJ
what makes
Watt
it.
is.
Yeah.
And Bud Dupree, and I just felt like the Pittsburgh Steelers should be it's the dynasty time, man. I would.
But I can't see him signing Dupree.
They got
He's going to cost $30-40 million.
whatever it costs.
They don't
whatever it
have that
takes.
money.
They need.
They got a
him.
cap.
They need him.
They can't.
Who
They
the-
can't afford to.
Huh?
They'll
They gotta
just
find the
get
money.
somebody in the draft.
No, they've been trying that.
Well, they'll do it again. They're
they
good
haven't
at
had the right
it.
defensive
They're happy
end.
with that.
They haven't had the right defensive end that they drafted, and I don't know how long. James Harrison wasn't drafted, probably since Joey Porter was the
Yeah, but
last
they're
right
happy with the
defensive end.
results.
Huh?
Tomlin and Colbert are happy with
The
that.
most important position on defense is right defensive, right outside linebacker in the 3-4.
Really?
Yeah, you got to sign him.
Well, this is the first year he's done any good.
Yeah, but the light bulb went off. You don't want him to do good. Drew Brees.
Yeah, but
didn't do
here's
that.
what I'm worried about. That light bulb can burn out.
It didn't burn out. It didn't burn out for Drew Brees. He didn't do much his first year, couple years in San Diego. They drafted Phillip Rivers. Now he's a Hall of Famer. He's breaking every record.
Yeah.
You don't want to give that up to
Well, you
somebody
know what?
else.
He had something
Do you
else.
want them dreadlocks
He had
going
something
somewhere
else. Drew Brees had the work ethic and overcame that bad injury that he had.
Yeah, he sure
Not
did.
too many people have ever done that.
That's true.
So hard work got him to where he is.
We have a brother that embraces the dreadlocks. You don't want until he cuts those off,
Who?
like a McCutcheon. You keep Bud Dupree in there. His strength is in them dreads.
You
bro.
heard it here second and third again. I don't see how you can keep him after he failed for 4 years. He ran past everybody. Then he didn't catch up and get him. I mean, how does that even happen?
He's collapsed in the pocket now.
Now he's crushing people.
Yeah.
What did he move over, one step, a half a step
Where are you going to find 6'4", 270?
in the draft? Every year they got him. They're a dime a dozen. They get all ready for that camp. Yeah, they do it every year. They just don't make it. Why'd it take them so long? That must have been a big
Kentucky.
light bulb. 'Cause
Coming from Kentucky, they don't care nothing but basketball down there.
Oh, really?
He didn't get the coaching.
you don't know Calipari. Come on. You're getting crazy there. Unbelievable. But I hope you enjoyed the show. We went off on a couple tangents because Smoking Jim's known for that. That's my best buddy here. We've done our best. And we hope you enjoy the shows and the other shows. And we'll have more sports talk next week. Chip Painter should be back again. And I appreciate him not showing up since his wife was sick and he didn't want to get me sick. So I can't beat logic like that. I'm trying to stay healthy. Thanks for all your prayers and support. And please stay Joey strong.